Hello and welcome to the Overgame podcast. This is a show where my wife and I sit down and talk about whatever comes to mind over some archived gameplay footage. I am your co-host, Andrew David.
And I am your other co-host, Teresia.
Hi, Teresia.
What's up?
Not much. You?
Pretty good.
Are you excited about the holidays coming up?
Of course, it's Christmas.
Well, it's Christmas in 2 days.
Doesn't matter. It's Christmas for the entire month.
Right. It's the whole month is Christmas too.
Yeah, it's Christmas month.
I see. So what do you have planned for the holidays?
Honestly, it's pretty boring. Just Christmas movies, old Christmas movies, and fruitcake.
Oh, fruitcake. Maybe we'll talk about that. What movies do you have in mind?
I don't have a list yet.
You don't have a list yet?
No.
Okay. So today, as much as I want to continue the ongoing, unfortunately there is no gameplay footage joke, last podcast episode there was a game, and this month there is a game as well. It's not technically a game, it's just a DLC or an expansion for Destiny 2, pretty much the only game I play at the moment, and I'm referring to Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Do you have any general thoughts about the game before I go into that?
Well, I always say if I wasn't playing RuneScape, I would probably be playing Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah.
What is it that you find, comparing to RuneScape, what are those similarities there that are appealing to you?
Similarity.
I mean, I don't know, they're both MMOs, right? But like, if RuneScape is appealing to you and Destiny 2 is the alternative, what is it?
I think what gets me for Destiny is just how much it seems that the creators of Destiny care. And that's what's really attractive. Like, so much effort is put into the storyline, the gameplay, the graphics, everything. Versus my favorite game in the world, RuneScape, where it can come across as if the devs don't really care about what's happening.
Right. Okay. So you know a lot about the lore? Have you been following about the Beyond Light lore, or just Destiny 2 in general?
Just Destiny 2 in general.
Okay, so you're not sure what's happening in this latest expansion?
Let me think about it. Not really.
Not really.
I think I started the quest for like a minute or two and I just kind of gave up.
Okay, but you know about Europa and what's going on there?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of lore there. I haven't experienced all of it yet, even though I did play the campaign. There's a lot of secrets and side stories to explore. But for those of you who don't play this game, as usual, let me give you a really quick rundown. Destiny 2 is a looter shooter, MMO FPS. I guess that's a category, even though it's mostly instanced. Like, you don't see like 100 players, 1,000 players. You only see like 12 players per area. But it is like a fantasy sci-fi sort of game that's really heavily reliant on the lore and the characters and the universe they're developing. And what's cool about it is all the different classes and abilities that are very similar to traditional like RPGs that you'd find. So there's like a wizard type class, the warlock, a hunter type class called the hunter, and a warrior type class called the titan. And they're all they each balance out differently, and they use different types of equipment, but they all have access to the same weaponry. And of course there is a PvP kind of section, but I don't play that as much. I mostly play it to experience the story and the PvE content. Which class do you like the most, Teresia? You've played it a bit.
I can tell you which one I don't like. I don't like Titan, but I'm okay with either Hunter or Warlock. Particularly, this is going to come out very shallow, but because of how good they look.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own wrong opinions. I really enjoy playing as Titan, mostly because I usually play the tank classes in those kinds of games. What is it, aside from the looks? Like, if you were to just look at those two classes just based on their abilities, like, which one would you rather play as? Which one is funner to you?
I think probably Warlock.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Not Hunter.
No, Warlock just seem so powerful in their own way. It's not just like brute force. It feels like it takes, like, if you're really good at what you do, you could be you could dominate Warlock.
Okay.
But I guess that's for every character, because I think the combat system is pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
Or they try to make it well balanced.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know how stasis works with all three of them now. But does Destiny go in and tweak the combat system?
They do. With like every patch, they tweak a bit, they balance a bit. I do think Warlock has the like longest or the highest difficulty curve.
Really?
For stasis? It's like hard to master, but once you master it, you're like really like godlike.
I thought Hunter was the most difficult character.
No.
Not anymore.
Titan is definitely the easiest character. Oh, you said the most difficult?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's always been the Warlock. For sure.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because they're mostly like support, so it's really difficult for you to play like PvE content on your own. You need other players with you. And the type of damage that they do or the type of abilities that they have are very like specific. You really have to know how to use them, as opposed to Titan, where you can just run in and punch
everything and whatever, like you do.
Right? Like set up shields and punch. And the Hunter, where you can just like dodge everything and shoot. So the Warlock is really like manage your floating, manage your magic abilities mostly. It's not magic, it's light, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I do want to talk a little bit about the lore. Well, you know what? I don't really want to spoil too much of it. And I'm sure some people who are listening to this have not played the game, so maybe some of this lore will be boring. But I want to talk about it in relation to the stuff that came before this expansion. The reason for that is because this new expansion removed a lot of the old content.
Yeah.
So it took out, I think, 3 campaigns that were in the game from previous expansions, as well as some story content like strikes, which are basically like instances if you play MMOs or dungeons. They took out some raids and a lot of weaponry and equipment as well. Or just weaponry, I think. But they did sunset a lot of stuff. And in case you're not familiar with that term in MMOs, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
But for those of you listening, sunsetting is when they slowly try to remove content by limiting the level of the items so that you don't use them anymore because they become under-leveled over time. And so that means that a lot of new players coming in will have to start at this point in the story where they're missing out on everything that happened before. So there's a lot of that missing context, and I don't think the game does a good job in filling you in on the missing pieces, which is unfortunate. I mean, obviously you can go online, look it up. There's a lot of written content. There's a thing called the Grimoire on Destiny's website that contains a lot of information.
Plus, there are some great content creators like My Name is Byth, who does an extensive job of explaining everything.
Yeah, Lord Daddy. My Name is Byth, yeah. So, I mean, the content is there for people if you look for it, but it sucks that it's not like given to you in-game by the actual source.
Let's face it, there are only 2 types of people who play Destiny.
Yeah.
The ones who play for the lore, who will do the research, and the ones who just farm Crucible.
Yeah.
So
Crucible is the PvP mode. Yeah. So there's a lot of these players who... Here's the thing. Before this podcast, I was scrolling through the reviews for the upcoming review section in this podcast. And there wasn't... Like, I usually try to find really funny ones, but I've noticed that a lot of people... There's only like 2 main categories of reviews, and it's in terms of negative reviews, and it's the kind of people that either are being negative because they don't like that all the content was removed, so they're missing a lot of the content that they're used to enjoying and that they like. And there's the other type of players who only jump into essentially PvP, and they complain that there's no new content at all for them. Which is true. I mean, if you only play Crucible, essentially all you got was less guns to use and a new subclass, which you can only access if you play through the campaign. Some of these people don't play through the campaign. Or they play only enough to unlock the class, but there's this whole new system that was added into the game where the subclasses can be customized now.
Okay.
And in order to unlock those new customizations, you need to do specific things, like in terms of quests or missions. So it's forcing you to do more PvE content, and some of those players don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand, but to be honest, I feel like it's unfair to give those negative reviews to the game, because Destiny as a whole is more than just the PvP content. And you can't go in, experience one thing, and then complain that there's nothing there for you. It's like if you just want to shoot a gun at other players, there's so many other games that do that, right? There's Call of Duty and Battlefield and Halo, which used to be by Bungie as well, or I don't know, PUBG, if you whatever, right? If you like battle royales, Fortnite,
just go for it. It's free.
But yeah, so I had a hard time finding like funny reviews, because the positive ones are just people saying, no, play the PvE because there actually is good content. So
basically, Destiny 2 players go hard.
Yeah, they're not like, it's not like the Dead by Daylight players where they were all like kind of memes. Like all the reviews were memes basically, just because the game has been around for so long. But we'll see. I mean, we'll get to the reviews in a bit.
But Destiny has been out longer. Destiny 2 has been out longer than DBD.
I think
6 years?
2014?
Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah. 2014? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I don't know anymore.
Sounds about right. Yeah. I think I saw that.
Yeah. And so in terms of the lore, there's like some of those campaign content are things that we've been waiting for a very long time. In fact, we've been waiting for those things since Destiny 1.
What, in terms of the darkness? The darkness' role?
And the Exo Stranger, which is a character that came back. In terms of the Deep Stone Crypt, which is the where the Exos or the Exos were first created. The Exos are one of the races you can play as. So there's a lot of that, like things that the fans have been waiting for and asking for. So Destiny, Bungie is doing a lot of fan service with this one, and yet a lot of people, unfortunately, all they can see is the sunsetting, the missing content. They can't just take what they have and enjoy it, because it's something we've been waiting for so long. And it's like, oh, there's one less Gambit mode. Boo-hoo. It's like, yeah, enjoy the game, dude.
Like that one guy that came on and said, has anyone noticed that the planets are missing? Yeah. Like, no shit.
Yeah. Like, they've been building up to those planets leaving for like a year now, or at least 6 months since the Season of the Worthy. But yeah, so, this is what it is. I don't want to get into the lore too much. I already said stuff like the Exo Stranger and whatever, blah, 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 that I shouldn't be talking about. If you look forward to experiencing some of it, I don't know. It's been out for a month now.
Yeah.
So, or a little over a month. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone who wanted to play it has played it at this point. Okay, so let's move on to trivia. You want to do trivia?
Trivia.
Lead the way.
Okay, let's do it. So I have a few questions for you.
Oh, you have questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're going to get them though, but I hope they're just difficult enough.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to start easy.
Yeah.
With the first question.
Wait. You're going to ask me questions that are trivia-like.
Yes.
So you looked up some trivia and you turned them into questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving the context because this is only the second time we do this.
Oh, true.
Now, there's one thing I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is cheating, but I'm going to ask anyway. This is specifically about Beyond Light, or is this Destiny 2 as a whole? Should I just find out? We'll see. Okay, go ahead.
It'll be fun.
Go ahead.
Don't worry.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first question, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the following is not a previous expansion pack?
Okay.
A.
Yeah.
The Witch Queen.
Uh-huh.
B. Forsaken.
Uh-huh.
C. Warmind.
Uh-huh.
And D. Curse of Osiris.
Okay, so it's obviously the Witch Queen, because that's coming out next year.
Aww.
But I thought you were gonna throw.
I thought you'd trip it up. I thought you'd be
How
like,
did I trip up on this? That's the easiest one. Well, I thought you'd throw in something that's totally not like maybe something like a RuneScape reference in there that's not Destiny at all. And I'd be like, oh, I haven't heard of this one. Is it like
I considered it, but I'm like, I didn't even know that. Maybe he doesn't know that.
Okay, all right. Next one.
Okay. When was the darkness created? A, at the beginning of time. B, before the beginning of time. C, 1 million years ago. D, joke's on you, the darkness is a myth.
Oh, wow. Okay. So before the beginning of time does not make sense.
Okay.
Like scientifically.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm just going to ignore that one.
Sure.
Watch it be that one. And the other one, what was the last one?
Joke's on you, the darkness is a myth.
Yeah, okay. That I'm not counting that one either. So you've seen the darkness in the game. So I'm gonna say, what? I don't even know that.
I'm surprised.
Did they actually discuss that in the lore, like when the darkness was created?
Probably.
Or do you mean when was the first
No.
or the first
When I
discussion of
guess
darkness?
maybe it's like what they know about the darkness. When was the darkness created?
I'm just gonna go with beginning of time. Final answer.
Nope.
What?
It was created before the beginning of time.
What?
It existed before time and the universe itself began. So,
Where do you read that?
in the answer section of this trivia that I stole.
Okay. Well, you need a source. They don't mention.
The source is. No, they don't mention a source. I guess it's probably in one of the lore books. So maybe don't ask me the source and just cut all that part out.
I'm not cutting anything out. Okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot to mention... continue. I'll go over this later.
Okay. So the third question is, what part of the Vex is biological? A, the brain network. B, mind core fluid. C, ruby sensor eyes. D, none of the above.
The Vex milk. That's the mind core fluid.
Said Vex milk.
That's what Ghost calls it.
Where are you getting?
That's what Ghost calls it. It's the fluid.
The fluid?
Yeah.
The mind core fluid?
Yeah, the fluid.
You sure?
I mean, now that you're saying you're sure, I don't think so anymore. Why would you do that? Is it the network? The brain network?
Final answer, mister.
The Vex milk.
Okay, yes, correct.
Right.
It's not the Vex milk.
Look, there's this strike on Nessus. I think it's called the inverted spire. Yeah. And there's this section in that strike where you fly over a waterfall.
Yeah.
And the waterfall is made out of that fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost says something along the lines of like, oh, look, a waterfall of Vex milk. Let's call it Vex milk.
A Ghost is a comedian, you know.
Yeah. In this spoiler, skip 10 seconds if you don't want to find out about this through this podcast. Now, Ghost mimics the... Oh no, you're back from the spoiler warning and I forgot what his name is.
Oh my god.
What's his name? The Gambit guy.
Oh, the
Drifter.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, back to spoilers. Go away for 10 seconds. Now, Ghost mimics the Drifter in this expansion, and it's hilarious, and it's proof that he's just a meme. That's it. Continue with the trivia. Let's go.
Okay, so the next question is, on the first day of the Guardian Games during the summer,
Yeah, I remember that.
What class was dominating?
Hunter.
Oh, that was too easy.
I was there.
I know.
Yeah, and then Titan kind of dominated.
Yeah, it was
all
like,
the remaining days.
Man, Hunter is definitely gonna win. Okay, sure. And the next day it was like Titan for the whole competition for the rest of the 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think there was talk about a bug or like a miscalculation in the because there's more hunters than titans.
Oh, so it was like weighted?
So it was weighted, yeah, it was scaled. But that was like proven wrong by a developer who tweeted out about it. But I mean, I don't know. He could have just been like covering his skin, you know? But I do like to believe that hunters kind of put in all the work on the first day and then they're like, well, we're definitely winning. No one can catch up. And they just kind of put their legs up and took a nap. Back to the Crucible.
Because we know that's when we play Crucible.
I don't know.
Okay, and the last question is, okay, so I know you go to Zoo every week for your challenge, and you even asked me to do work for you.
Yeah.
What is Zer's preferred cookie?
Oh.
And how do you make it?
Okay. All right. This is for the holiday event called The Dawning.
Yeah.
For some context. And you can bake cookies for all the NPCs. Every NPC has a favorite cookie. And the one for Zer is it fair if I look at a list of all the cookies?
No, I don't even have a list for you.
Okay, so I'll just, off the top of my head, it's something about strange. So it's going to be strange, is it like strange mints? Strange, man, I don't know.
He's making a cookie. What is it?
What kind of cookies are there?
It's called strange cookies.
That's it? Just strange cookies?
Yes.
Oh.
Easy. And if you struggle with that one, you'll never get the ingredients.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be as simple as just cookies. The ingredient list definitely uses the taken bubbles or taken whatever it's called. What is it called?
Taken butter.
Taken butter.
I don't know what the hell is taken butter.
I don't know, man. Taken butter and probably like a pinch of light or something.
Yeah, electric flavor, sorry.
Electric flavor, sure. That's
what
silly.
is taken butter? I can't even. It just sounds gross.
What I imagine is when you defeat Taken, they leave behind like some black sludge. That black sludge, if you take it and you churn it just like milk, you get Taken butter.
Oh my god!
You think it's salty?
It's like truffle butter.
Truffle butter.
Oh, black garlic butter.
Delicacy.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to go over more holiday specific stuff because this episode is going up like right before Christmas Day.
Sure.
But I did not plan for any holiday things to talk about. So I mean I can discuss the Dawning, but I pretty much just covered it. Like it's just about making cookies.
Yeah.
And there's a community goal I think that you can achieve by baking a total number of cookies, or no, by raising there's like joy or whatever it's called that you gain every time you complete a task. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm just doing the cookies and kind of ignoring everything else. But you can throw snowballs at each other, which is a recurring feature.
Exciting.
Yep. It's worth the $40 expansion. No, I think you get access to that even without the season pass or the expansion. Yeah. But for the holiday spirit, how about future Andrew David, editor, put in some jingles here. Put in some, what's that? The bells, the jingle bells?
Yeah.
Put some of that here. Nice. You hear that? Isn't that nice? Festive. Moving on. I only have like 5 reviews to read, and they're not even that funny. Just based on what I said earlier, a lot of the reviews are about the missing content, or about not the missing content, but the lack of content, or the fact that some stuff was removed. But I'll read the few that I did find. They're all positive.
Okay.
Because I couldn't find anything funny in terms of negativity, which is odd. Usually, Steam users are pretty good about that.
It's true. Right? Like,
Yeah.
all the comments about RuneScape Steam, like, all the bad comments.
There's probably a whole a subreddit about, like, funny negative reviews on Steam, I assume.
It's like a different class of players.
Yeah. Okay. This one said, I have been playing this game for 6 years and have put in over 10,000 hours.
Ooh.
I hate this game so much. It's my most hated game, and I will continue to buy every season and digital deluxe / collector's edition of each expansion. I hate Bungie.
That's how I feel.
Thumbs up.
That's how I feel about RuneScape. This sums up my whole experience.
There's just these players that
my God.
they'll never be happy. But at the same time, they can't let go. It's like a love-hate, like nostalgic.
Yes, a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Someone once asked me, what do you like? Is there anything that you like doing in RuneScape? And I asked them if it was a trick question. Because obviously not.
Obviously not. So why do you play? Oh, man. This next one, it's pretty short. They just say, F Telecom and F my Wi-Fi stealing neighbor. Hope this DLC is good, though. So clearly, they have bad Wi-Fi, they can't play the game, and they left a positive review anyway. Let's see. This one just says, this is a very good game. I think. I don't know, I haven't gotten it yet. I didn't know you could post reviews without getting a game.
I love the comments. Man's supportive.
Yeah, right. This next one says, love being frozen by stasis. I go downstairs, make some dinner, vacuum a bit, I play with my cat. By the time I come back, I'm still frozen.
Because it's so long.
Yeah.
The timer.
Listen, they have this mechanic is poorly explained in the game. Right? When, I figured it out easily because I was a Titan, but I didn't know that it was different for every class. So apparently there's like the ability button for your class is what you use to unfreeze yourself if you've been frozen by stasis. So on Titan, as a Titan, you hold down the ability button and he puts up a shield. So therefore to unfreeze you have to hold down the ability button.
Okay.
Pretty simple. So it's been easy for me. I've just been, gotta hold down the button and wait. It takes like 5 seconds. It's so annoying. But it's only annoying in Crucible when you're against other players. But I recently found out that it's a whole ability thing that I didn't know. I thought everyone just had to hold down the button. So hunters have to tap the button as if they're dodging, as if they're using the dodge ability. So they just keep double tapping it over and over.
Man.
And it's so like the stress-inducing, I assume.
Wow.
And I don't even know what warlocks have to do because I don't play that class. So it's probably something along those lines where you have to like tap it or double tap it or
It's
something.
probably just a tap,
No, because you're right. The ability is like when
isn't
you
it
put down
the rift?
Yeah,
it's
the
a
rift.
tap. You tap what? Or something?
No, you hold it. Isn't it a hold? I'm not sure.
It's not
See,
a
this is
hold.
what I mean. Like it's different and it's inconsistent and they don't explain it properly. But that's okay.
You know what I found was really funny?
What?
Well, this is probably not a spoiler, so
I'll cut it out if it's a spoiler.
Aldrin was brought back by a ghost, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the ghost?
Yeah, it's hold on. Ooh, that could be another trivia thing. Hold on.
It's like
I forgot.
pulled pork.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I double checked because I was like, what?
There's no way. I've had a close ghost talk to me when I was doing the quest for the weapon. What's that new weapon called? The Falcon gun. I forgot what it's called. Crow. I'm googling this live. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Crow D2 ghost. Crow's ghost. Clint.
No.
That's the name.
No.
That's what I was saying. Like Quentin. Or,
let me.
it just says here.
What?
It says, during the cutscene with Spider and Crow, Spider mentions that he made modifications to the shell of Crow's ghost, Glint. Oh, Glint, not Clint. That would make it explode if they wandered too far.
Is it a different ghost that brought... Yeah, look at right here. After getting shot in the head to avenge the fallen kid, Aldrin was revived as a guardian by a cheerful ghost named Pulpok. So the ghost that revived him and the ghost he has now, it's a different ghost.
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
It says, Glint, also known by the nickname Pulled Pork. Okay. I guess it's just a nickname.
How can a ghost have a nickname? What the hell?
Not. I mean,
They're not people. They're just little mini.
the AIs are so advanced that they're essentially like ghost. The ghost that you get as a guardian is like has their own personality and
Ghost is a whole mood.
yeah.
Ghost and Shacks.
Shacks.
A whole mood.
Yeah. There was before the game came out, there was a leak, and people were saying, "Oh man, you'll be really stoked when you finally get to play this because I just tried it out, and in this expansion, Shax removes his helmet." And people started like spreading stuff like that, like Zavala grows hair, things like that, which is really stupid. None of that is true.
Obviously.
I'm gonna read another review here. Let's see. Oh no, you know what? I think that's about it. I mean, there's this one where this guy just posts "beyond fart, ha 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 ha," and then gives a positive review. I don't get it. But yeah, not much to show here. Yeah, so I think maybe that wraps it up. You want to talk about what you're doing, like for the holiday? You want to talk about that cake that you mentioned at the beginning that you're excited for?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. I'm making this cake called Jamaican black cake or fruit cake. Mm-hmm. I'm not Jamaican though, but it's a Caribbean thing where you basically make like a plain cake, plain vanilla cake, and you add fruit soaked in a wine called Red Label. It's basically like a port wine, and you just add that to the cake and you bake it. When it's done, you put some more of that port wine on top to let it soak through while it's hot, and you leave it there for 3 days, and then you eat it. It's delicious. It's my whole childhood.
Great.
I've eaten so much, I'm fed up of it now. Because this is my first year without my mother making it for me.
Yeah.
So I went overboard because I'm the only person in the house eating it. My husband
I'm not eating it.
doesn't like it.
I don't like fruit in cakes.
It's blended.
It still counts.
Yeah. So I have been eating it at every opportunity. So I'm like so done.
I see.
I've had like 2 cakes.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the Teresa's Baking Show podcast. This podcast was about cake and Destiny 2 Beyond Light. But yeah, seriously, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you're listening to this while falling asleep, I hope we didn't wake you up and that you have nice dreams. And don't forget to come by on our Discord to chat and hang out. Maybe ask any kind of questions that you want to ask, and we'll answer them on the podcast in the future. You can get there by going to andrewdavid.club. It's just one word, andrewdavid.club. That redirects to the Discord. You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/AndrewDavidJ. And that's about it for the shelling out. Thank you all and have a great day and good evening. Bye.
Sleep well.
Bye.
Bye-bye.